One more thing before I head out of the comfort of this lodge, that's to load the shotgun. So my strategy here is 4 shells of buckshot, and then the first round that comes out is a slug. Then in addition to that, separately, because I don't want to acquire one of these by accident, I've got some rubber shells. This is some rubber buckshot and some rubber slugs. So if I have the time, if I just want to drive a bear off, I would separately load the rubber slug or the rubber buckshot, shoot the bear, and immediately chamber another shell so that I've got lead ready to go behind the rubber. Now ready? Well, I'm off. I've just left the lodge up there, and I'm going north that way. The boat's a bit of a mess right now. I don't have everything lashed in. I don't have my spray deck on, so I'm invulnerable. What could possibly go wrong, especially in an expedition that starts with those words? Murphy's on a rampage today. Whatever can go wrong will go wrong. Literally, in the first 10 strokes with his paddle, the handle snapped off. It just sheared right off. So, when you go north, you take 3 paddles, because what happens if you lose one and you break the other? Well, I broke one, so I've got backup paddle number 1 and backup paddle number 2. I am very glad I took 3 paddle. This will also give me a whittling job if I'm windbound or icebound in the future. Something I can probably carve a handle to fit in here and then epoxy the whole thing. So it's reparable, I think, but it's just a pain in the ass. Of course, it happens right at the very beginning of the trip and not the end of the trip. Coming up there are the falls where the lower Sluiaza enters into Nueltin Lake. I've never seen them so high. I've never seen pictures of them this high, and neither has anyone else I've ever talked to. So I've gone about 5 kilometers since I started, but some bad weather's coming in from the north, so I gotta rig this boat up. I gotta get the spray deck on, keep the water out, add a certain margin of safety. So I pulled over at the old tree-lined lodge, which the guys at the float base are trying to fix up. But there's a notorious bear that's made this lodge his home. And so before I do anything else, time to run around like Rambo. This isn't just wild compensation. I need a noisemaker. I need bear spray. And I need something that could potentially put a bear down if it starts attacking me or getting really, really aggressive. I hope it doesn't happen, but you got to be ready. So this is a spray deck. It covers the whole canoe. It keeps the waves out. It keeps the splash out. It makes it a little bit warmer inside. It's a really important piece of safety equipment for large lakes and also for whitewaters. There's no whitewater today, but there's a large lake. And the weather's really unstable. The wind is shifting directions. It's raining, it's sunny, it's raining, it's sunny. I don't know what's coming, but I better put this on. Well, that took way too long. I might need to adjust it a little bit in the future, but that's good enough for now. The spray deck is finally on, and we're heading for that more windy area with a bit more turbulence on the water over there. How do you drink in a canoe? Well, you use your bailer. How do you pee in a canoe? Well, you use your bailer. And you rinse. It's very sunny up above right now, but over on that shore, you can see the dark clouds. And you can see the rain that's coming down off of those. So I think I'd better get off this small island that I'm on in the middle of a bay and make it to shore, just so I've got some good shelter if that turns in anything, which it looks like it's coming right at me, I think. And there you go. It's raining. Time to batten down the hatches and stick close to shore. It's evening and I'm really beginning to slow down. My rate of progress has slowed to a crawl. But from the maps, I can see that there's an esker, which is a long, tall hill or ribbon of sand. Think of it like a sand snake, a giant sand snake running across the landscape. And there's usually good camping at the base or on top of these eskers. So it's only another 2 kilometers. It might take me an hour to get there, but I think it'll be worth it. At least the wind has died down. It's not raining right now. So that's a good thing. All right, just a little bit further. Time to make dinner. I'm trying to start making this food bag a little bit lighter. So it's waterproof for a couple of reasons. It's waterproof to keep the water out. It's also waterproof to keep the bears from figuring out that there's food in here. This is a bag of pasta with some dried sauce, and then looks like some freeze-dried veggies and freeze-dried beef. To save fuel, I'm going to let these ingredients soak while I set up the tent and the tarp. I'm going to let them soak in cold water, and then I'll heat them later.